good to put them in a different place from time to time, I guess. And we'll just keep on skidding the wood here, yeah.
There's a lot of wood down.
What's going on over there, Chris? That's gonna be a hell of a skid, though. I'll take it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got in a fight with that.
It's alright. You know what? You can't win them. Can't win them all, man. That's a giant skid. We'll see how that goes.
I know what I was gonna ask.
Oh no. No, I didn't do it, and no, I don't have any. What?
Well,
What?
So the blades on the skidders,
Yes.
how come they don't have the like the plowing effect like they did in 19?
I've never been able to get it to work. I've tried to make an actual like separate vehicle out of the skidders to add the plow effect, and it just doesn't work. Like, what I did in the old game is I actually detached the blades and made them detachable, like you bought them separately at the store. People hated that, but at the same time, it actually worked pretty good. And that's what I was doing for the longest time. But I've never been able to just add it to the actual blade itself. I have tried a few times, but I should probably look into it more. I've learned a lot more since then. But yeah, that'd probably be handy, hey, to just plow it away. But yeah, what I did before is I actually made, just like the buncher has the plow effect because it's a separate attachable object that you can put onto the onto that implement. But I would have to add something. The only way I've ever made it work on the skidders was to add an actual attachable blade and then put that plow feature onto the blade, because I don't know how the hell you do it on just a vehicle. Is there any vehicles in the game itself that you've experienced, if anybody's done farming of any kind, that have the plow feature built into the vehicle, not the attachment, but the vehicle itself?
No.
I think it's all on I think it's all on an implement.
Other than like the bulldozer or the grader.
Yeah.
But I think that might be a aftermarket thing.
Maybe I should look at one of theirs and see how they did it. Probably a third-party script or something.
Like FS minor type stuff, you know?
Yeah.
I know NMC on their skidder, they have the plow effect.
I'm wondering if it's a third-party script or something. Well, it's got to be, because there's nothing in-game that has it that I've found. But I'm trying to use only in-game stuff. I'm trying to get away from scripts, like of all kinds of scripts, because it's just such a pain in the ass. Because sometimes they don't work, sometimes they... Like, the reason I get the most complaints in mods even now is because any of the third-party scripts I have cause other mods not to work. If I use all just in-game stuff, like from Giants, then nothing conflicts with other people's mods. That's why I've always just wanted to go vanilla as possible for the extra stuff. Because the second I start adding third-party scripts, even the track script, like the track script messes with other people's mods. That's why I'm excited for the next game when it comes out, because it'll be their tracks included in the main game, so I can use their stuff. And then I don't have to do this third-party crap. Because the more third-party stuff you get with third-party scripting, the more glitchy this game gets. And then you have weird freaking issues.
I stopped bunching because there's like 20 bunches down.
Yeah, no, that's good.
On that line.
It's all good. I'm just trying to slowly process it here to keep up. I would switch to shorts, but imagine this doubled, it would be a big pile.
That's fine. I'm knocking this one out pretty good.
Yeah, this is good. It's going. She's going.
Need another truck.
Yeah, where's Highball? Is he not coming?
I don't believe so. I think his
Shit's
issues
all
that he
broken?
was having were... Yeah,
My shit's broken and I can't make it work. Oh, that's alright. I'll probably just do one more here then if nobody else is going to show up. Short and sweet. That's the way we like it here. Shorter or sweeter. But honestly, in the time it takes for us to do two, we pretty much clear what we do in 4 or 5 of the other ones, so. Which shows that we have a competent team. Competent team, yep.
There's some guys on the other one that try to do their best, but...
Hey, you know what? That's where it starts. And some will be really good, and some will be really not good. But, hey, at least they're trying. That's the name of the game. We all gotta start somewhere.
Too bad we don't have skill-based matchmaking in Farming Sim.
Yeah, right. Yeah, leveled up versus non. I know, I'm still trying to figure out when to do, like, I wanted to do that freaking competition thing to do, find some talented soldiers out there, but every time I've been inquiring with a few people that are interested in it, but it's like everybody's time zones are so freaking all over the place, and then lag and stuff is going to play into an issue. I think I'm almost leaning on the side of like record your own playthrough and send it in, and we'll make leaderboards that way or something, because honestly, trying to do it with like online, like it's going to be too much of a lag difference from one person to another place, when if I can get them recording their own, doing it solo, it's not like it has to be a high quality video or anything, but a solo recording of it, then we can mark their times and then just make a leaderboard that way, because then it's fair, right? It's not like a...
Well, it's easy to get like a speed run timer.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Well, it's like that one that I threw up in there just for a test.
Yeah. Easy peasy. So we just have to set the strict rules on how the starting begins. As long as you're on the line, just say go.
Well, I wonder if you could do it like, so if you set it up, so like you had 4 people, you know, that would help you like oversee things, then they could almost set it up as a host, you know, as a multiplayer type deal.
Well, and that's what we were gonna do, but now, like I said, the issue I'm running into is its location, right? So like it's not gonna give a fair time. So somebody from Germany joins my hosted server versus somebody who joins from Vancouver, which is like, you know, 5 hours or 12 hours away from me. They're gonna have different lag, different reactions to like loading, so they're gonna have hindrances that'll give them a less of experience. So I can't really, I don't really want to host it.
No, but would it work if they hosted? So like instead of recording, you had 4 people that you trusted to go in and watch.
Can you imagine trying to find those people though? Like that's gonna be even harder. It's like, oh yeah, let's just pick some random people and hope it works.
Right.
No, I think I'm just gonna leave it up to the people to record their own and then submit it. I have to set up a plan for how that's gonna work though, and then they can submit it, upload their video to YouTube or whatever, or however they want to do it. Because I mean, it's really not that hard to record these days. Everybody can stream and record their stuff.
Could you make a channel in the Discord for speedruns?
I could. Yeah. Then everybody can see them. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, sort of like a full-on leaderboard.
You cheated. Did you see how fast it was going?
Yeah. See, like that's the other side. That might be the other side that could come out, but well. It's about having fun, okay? But people sometimes just can't see that part.
As soon as you put competition in it takes everything away.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it doesn't take everything away. It takes all the fun away.
Well, that's it. That's just it. But I don't know. We'll see. We're gonna give it a shot here, I think, and try it out. But I'll make a post or something and just say, upload your shit.
Did you see the in-game Mars missions that they have?
Mars missions for what?
Mm-hmm.
For
they
this?
have a map. Yeah, they have a map that's Mars now, and apparently like you have to grow like a certain amount of trees, and you have to get like the atmosphere working. And
is it like DLC or something?
The Martian. No, it's it's like the Martian, pretty much.
Oh no. That really doesn't surprise me though. I've seen some really wacky shit in this game, that's for sure. I am so out of touch with like mods. I have no idea what's out there. I don't even want to know anymore. It's so many weird stuff.
Yeah, it's like an in-game one too, like a
That's
giant.
Hilarious. That's funny.
I was just reading it, and I was like, huh.
Just gotta go do something different. Trying to keep yourself relevant. I get you, yeah. They should just add gunplay in this, I'm telling you. They got the perfect system for it. Ragdolls.
There was guns in 19, right?
Was there?
Downloadable. I remember watching a few YouTubers say they have guns or whatever.
No way. Do they actually like function? No.
I don't think they functioned. I think they were just like prop things.
Replace the chainsaw with a prop arm with a gun or something?
Right.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
That's
It
funny.
just made sound. Bird.
That's actually very funny.
They would like pull it out and start shooting. You just hear them shooting.
Seems like every time that I play, we get into this conversation of, you know, how cool it would be if we had this, or
yeah,
we should have this.
And we don't have that, so we never will. Well, let's not say ever, never. But we won't probably see it in a while.
Maybe not in our lifetime.
We all just need to make a logging game that's strictly for logging with unlimited physics that never end. Wouldn't that be dope?
How many times has that been brought up?
Well, why don't we do it? Come
Right.
on. It'll only cost us like 1.8 million starting, so that's like pocket change, man.
Okay, well I got 50 cents, so
Perfect. Well, that's good. You know what? Every penny counts. How many pennies is 1.5 million? A lot. A billion pennies. How much is a billion pennies? We should find that out.
well, 100 pennies is $1.
So, what's the math, mathers? Yeah, it's like I don't know. I'm not a math guy. I could figure it out, I guess, if I sat down long enough and added on a thingy. But I really just. Someone in the comments will post how much a billion pennies is eventually in this video, I'm sure. 1 billion pennies is 25 US dollars.
I can't spell.
Speak and spell.
One
I'll
trillion?
1 trillion?
It's a lot of fucking zeros.
Yeah, no, that's 100 billion.
100 billion dollars. 100 billion pennies isn't Wait, what?
100 billion pennies is a million something, whatever we were talking about.
Dollars.
Is a billion?
Sure.
Yeah. So
100,
you
yeah,
would-
I guess that would make sense. 100 billion would be 1 billion.
Yeah.
It's 100 pennies.
I'm gonna take this load to the mill and then I'm gonna steal your loader for one load for my own entertainment. Cause you're doing too effective. You're being too effective. You're fired. Well, you can add more if you want. I really don't care.
Oh, okay. I was confused.
No, I'm not stopping you. You keep loading. Worthy birthy. You see the trailer sinking into the frame. I guess there's a little bit of weight on there, eh?
Just a
tinge. Yeah, looks good. Good load, sir. Yeah, we could make full-on just horror movies with this engine. It's pretty easy. With the action cam and the environment, you can do some wild stuff. Well, I mean, like even that Go Team Timber series thing that I made. Like you can do some crazy stuff with just the camera effects and stuff. It's pretty fun. Break the system. Create our own genre. Logging horror videos.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's a concept. Sure.
just full send do it again.
You need to figure out how to get the player to be able to lay down.
Oh, like prone? Go prone?
Yeah.
Why would you want to do? What are you
because
doing?
like like one person could be standing in front of the skidder and it's like
Oh, that's
just
true.
flat.
Final
You know?
destination type stuff.
Yeah.
I would just make a ragdoll body and bring it into the game so you could just like lay it down. You could do that. Make it an object that you can just drag around. Be like Gary's mod.
You just have it like strapped to like the front of the skidder. You're just skidding wood.
Just get one of those like get like the gimp on the front there like they had in freaking Mad Max. The guitar player guy with the flames just
Especially like the Clark because it's got like the wicked looking spike chains and
that'd be perfect. We'll make like a S&M Clark skidder. Flirty get way too excited about that. We can't do that. Oops. Oh jeez. Oops, I hit my pedals on my floor and there we go. Man, I gotta be so careful. Like rest my feet on my pedals, but when I'm driving a truck, if I shift my right foot, it just makes it want to do like a complete rollover. You're like, this isn't good. All right. How much money did you put on here?
I had one that was
40,000. 40,000 is
yeah, I
pretty
seen
good.
that one. That thing was insane.
Yeah.
Just had it really loaded up.
That was the one that was like 4 feet above the bunks.
Yeah, we cleared a lot of trees so far, considering how big these are.
This is probably the longest we've been on a map in a long time.
Oh, I believe that.
I broke the processor.
Uh-oh. Use the, or is it doing the weird, like, yeah, it does that. I don't know why it does that in multiplayer. I cannot, no matter what I do, I cannot make it do that in single player. Just close it.
Shove it back in the ground.
Yeah, if you open it and close it a bunch of times, it recorrects itself.
I usually just shove it in the ground.
I had that happen on the other server we were just playing on. And I was like, what the hell is going on? And I closed it and I was like, oh, it's good now. Oops. Drunk driver here. Drunking. How close do we want to get to this tiger cat? Let's get fairly close. Okay. With a button top grapple, hey? Aren't we crafty? Don't you tell him what to do. Actually tell him what to do. Do it.
It's a fire. I gotta tell him what to do.
Needs orders, damn it.
Sir, yes, sir.
Sir, yes, sir. Sir, listening, sir. Some hefty little trees.
Prime beachfront property right here.
Well, yeah. It is now, that's for sure. Primo, man. There we go. Sure. Bit heavy. The glorious weight of the world. You know what I did? I actually did a project where I tried to bring everything to stock weights just for fun to try to keep the precision that we have with the machines. Like, so basically I just reduced everything on these. Whoa, that was interesting.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before. So I tried to keep everything ratio-wise the same for like the suspensions, the weights, the grips, the everything. So I lowered everything by, I think it was like, I don't know, like 300% or something, because that's what it takes to go back down to stock weights. And I was hoping I could try to keep the feeling that they have now, but on the regular trees, but it doesn't. It's so bad. Even bringing these relatively similar to the in-game weights with the machines, the problem is the logs just, like, you don't get that feeling. Like, it feels like you're handling paper. It's so weird. It's just like, they just don't have any, like, oomph to them. Even with the relative change in weights, they drop differently. They pile really weirdly, like, lightly. Like, they don't pack into the piles nice when you're running them. And it's just like, I don't know, it's super weird. So I was trying to think if I could try to make it like stock weights, because that's always the complaint, is the weights. And I was like, well, if I can find a way to make them still feel the way they do now, but with like the stock weights. So I thought, if I relatively bring all the weights down so that everything's pretty much the same as it is now, but in terms ratio-wise to those weights. But I think it's got to happen at the tree level. Like, the physics level of the tree is the starting point, because the way the tree reacts to the ground and the way it reacts to other trees is the starting point. And then once you find a happy place for the way the tree reacts to the ground and the other trees, then you can work up your machine around that weight, whatever it is, right? But yeah, no, I just couldn't do it. I tried. I did. I transferred it all over, and it's just nope. Just trees, they just act like shite. No bueno, man. Muy no bueno. It's like, I want it to be compatible so everybody has other things they can use and be compatible, but it just doesn't react the same, and I can't make it magically better, which sucks. Yeah, I just wish everything could play nice together, so then people could play with their other mods that they like, and then they wouldn't have a separate dealio for my mods and their mods. And
I have 200 other mods that I use, and everything runs fine.
Playing other maps and stuff, it's probably a nightmare. Hey, like for the weights and stuff, like these are so heavy.
No, it's just fine.
You can still log with them and stuff.
Yeah.
'Cause I found playing with
a lot of different maps.
I found playing with these ones on the stock tree weights, like even if you spawn them in and stuff, it's just really like if you squeeze too hard, the trees shake violently, and it's really kind of iffy.
I guess just because, like, I don't know, I've learned to feel it. So
Yeah, so you just tap, and know when to stop. Yeah. Instead of just gurfing it as hard as you can and hoping it lasts.
I think people just get too...
Rammy.
Yeah. I don't know. That's the problem, is there's just no perfect way to do it. There's no, like, easy solution to just push the any key and everything works, right? It's like one sacrifice takes out another thing. One thing you want this way, well, it ruins something over here, and it's like, God, can't we just have everything we want? Nope.
Everything has a positive and a negative.
Yeah, it's true. It is true.
One of the positives is, at least you're not like the other modders that make a half-incomplete mod and then release it.
Yeah.
Never touch it again. We just go completely in the dark.
See, that's the part that bothers me. I think we had this conversation before, but it drives me nuts that there's so many people that one-minded, they think, well, it's out now, I'm done with it, I never have to deal with it again. They, like, write it off. Like, it's like, I'm done. It's like, I never do that with any of these. All of these, I'm constantly tweaking little things on them and changing them, and, like, because they... Like, I compare these now to, like, when we first started putting mods into FS22, and I'm like, good God, it's so much better. I go back to those old videos, and I'm like, ah! So, but if I were to just release the ones that came out originally and said, that's it, we're done. Like, can you imagine how shitty that would have been? Keep working it, man. Why don't people do that? They just think it's done and that's it. And then take some feedback about stuff. And what I do now, especially with the bug reporting, is people will report an issue. and I'll go look at it. I don't just go, oh, yeah, too bad. I go, like, actually try to recreate the issue, and then when I find it, I'd be like, oh, okay, what can I do to fix it? Can I fix it? And then what kind of solutions can I use to fix it? And then a lot of the time I can, or I find a way around it if it's a really god-awful issue. But yeah, I don't know.
I think a lot of problems are people that I don't know how to put this without sounding rude, but just aren't very good at anything, and then when they start doing something, they end up messing something up and discover a bug. So in a way, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, you know.
Yeah, you shouldn't be doing that in the first place. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, oh, I tried to stack the skidders on top of each other and they just glitch out. It's like, well, yeah. It's funny you should say that, hey? Yeah, weird. Yeah. And then a lot of things people don't understand is for performance, right? Like, I have downloaded other mods, like both logging and farming mods and map mods and certain things. And some things, I agree, I think they look awesome. Like, they do look really beautiful. In fact, they trump mine. They look way better than mine do. But the problem is, performance-wise, they are so high poly or so highly, like, not optimized that they're just freaking brutal. If I buy more than 2 of that machine, the game starts to, like, lose 20 FPS. And you're like, wow, that's not cool. So a lot of the visual stuff, as much as I totally would love to be able to have unlimited ability to pile pretty stuff in here, this game is so picky about how it's optimized that you don't really get a lot of play there, which is annoying. So I try to, like, dumb a lot of stuff down. The same with, like, grills and stuff. Like, I always get, that's one thing I get a lot of flack about, is the grills. Like, some of the grills on the machines, right, they're all texture based. Like, they're just a texture of a grill. It's not an actual, like, see-through holes in it grill into the model. So modelers, I've had modelers that have worked for me, and I've actually told them, I said, you know, like, hey, can we build grills that are a little bit more, like, I don't know, low quality, like, low poly grill thing, but either they look completely like shite, or they have to be high poly because they use, I can't remember what the hell that guy said, some kind of, like, dioxinal coat. I have no idea what the hell he said. Some kind of weird poly texturing that causes, like, a shit ton of polys and triangles, and the frame rate goes to shit whenever I put them on. So it's like, but then again, I see some of the Giants ones, and I don't know how they do it. Like, if you go look at the Raptor, you can see through the grill on the back into the engine bay, sort of, and it looks great. And I don't think performance-wise it must be optimized, but because I've shown that to modelers, and I'm like, what is this that they're doing? And then they try to recreate it, and a lot of them fail. But it's just like weird small things like that. It's just like, part of me is like, well, I'd love to have that version, but then the other part of me is like, you know what, at the end of the day, it's really not a big deal. If that's all you're doing is walking around the machine looking at the grill, it's like, well, then whatever, go get a different mod that's more model-y pleasing for you. But the look always came very much second to me on the machines. I wanted the performance. I wanted it to be able to do.
I mean, you're sitting in first person most of the time anyways.
Yeah, exactly. And once in a while you look at the machine and you're like, yeah, it looks good. And then other times you're like, ooh, that angle looks really bad.
For most of what I've seen, IRL, run, and everything.
Yeah.
It looks fine, runs fine. I have no problems with it.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's generally the consensus. Just, there are some areas I wish I could be a little better in, for sure. But there's lots of stuff I still don't even know about getting some of this models and stuff working.
Chris, are you good over there?
Yep.
He's having a moment by the looks of it. He's just dragging some hefty sticks there, I think.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah. Anyway.
There was that rock there, and I was going to use it to try to turn my load.
And not so much?
Well, we went for a ride.
Turn the wrong one.
That's all right. Have you guys on Netflix? Have you watched the show They Them? It's called. It's like a new horror show with Kevin Bacon. Is the most bizarre. It's terrible. It's not a good horror movie, but it's just. I don't even know what the hell they were going for. Like it's like an LGBTQ kind of horror movie, but like I don't know if they were trying to go pro for that cause or because it just made everybody look really dumb through the whole film. Oh man, it was just so bad. You get a chance to watch it. I mean, don't, but also do if you really want to entertain yourself.
I'm good.
It was pretty weird. I mean, I'm a horror movie fanatic. I love horror movies, like just to the max, like just everything. They're all good times by me, right? But yeah, it had no proper essence of a good slasher film. Started off okay. There was a little bit of weirdness. It was kind of like Get Out, sort of like weird beginning. I was like, ooh, this is good. And then it just didn't really accumulate into anything. It just, yeah, bad times, man.
Didn't mean to make you lose your momentum. I just kind of had to sneak through. Oh, it's because you're hooked onto another tree, Chris.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, where does that hook to?
Find it.
Bro, I found a hook. Where's it go? I don't know. Sweet.
A train? Chain.
Sweet, man.
Oh, I found it. No, I lied. I didn't find it. Where's it at?
Yeah, I don't remember hooking anything like that, but...
This is it.
Can I get one more in there? I think I can get one more in there. Let's go.
I tipped over again.
Nothing wrapped around this tree. But it has to be that tree, because this thing...
It doesn't feel right. Why does that feel like it's sticking over this way?
It is this tree. I
It
can't.
isn't. Oh no, it's moving. Yeah, there we go. That's
I mean, to just release it?
Release me!
I got you. I'm gonna bring it to you. If something goes flying, it wasn't my fault.
I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this last load and then we'll call her here. I think we need to. After I sell this, we'll do a shot. Do some shots.
Found it.
Good.